Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and Modern Warfare 3 has been revealed. We don't have a full trailer yet, but we learned a lot about the game today. We're going to be covering all of that here in today's video. First things first, we have the Shadow Siege event. I think it was a great event. It was very thematic. It was teamwork oriented. The rewards are good. All around, the event was pretty good. It's not the longest event in the world, but at the very end, the trailer begins. I will not be showing you guys the trailer since Activision is so sketchy with me. Sometimes they demonetize my videos for using their trailers. Other times they don't. It's a real crapshoot, so I'm just not going to put that in this video. But the trailer was released. I'll put a link to it down there in the description. It's only for the campaign, so just keep that in mind. The trailer was okay. They used a pretty awesome song, and you got to see some cool shots and things like that. But in general, it's a campaign trailer. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, we are a multiplayer channel here. The big news is literally everything we learned today was outside of this event. It was outside the game, and it was outside the official trailer. It was all on Twitter and blog posts and things like that. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. There's a lot, guys. So it has been confirmed. All 16 of the original Modern Warfare 2 maps will be returning. We're talking Terminal, High Rise, Rust, Quarry, Afghan, all of those maps. All 16 of them will be in the game at launch. Here is going to be our first teaser, kind of showing Favela a little bit there in the background, along with some of the Modern Warfare 3 weapons. We didn't get to see a whole lot, but they all will be there at launch, and they are going to be the only multiplayer maps there at launch. The OG Modern Warfare 2 2009 maps are going to be the only maps in Modern Warfare 3 when the game comes out, but they did say there will be, quote, over 12. So what, 13? Over 12 original maps coming post-launch. So it sounds like if there's going to be 6 seasons, we're going to be getting 2 original maps that are actually original to Modern Warfare 3 every season post-launch. They say over 12, so we might be getting a couple remakes on top of that as well. So we're going to have to wait and see how it's going to play out, but all 16 OG Modern Warfare 2 maps will be in the game at launch. Then starting with Season 1, actual original maps will start to be added. Now, I'm taking from the blog post right here, and forgive me for reading out loud, but just you guys have to hear this to understand it properly because they're saying a lot of very interesting things. All 16 launch maps from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009 have been modernized both graphically and with meticulous attention given to the authenticity and aspects of the maps that made them so popular. Just stopping right there. If it's going to be an actual remake of High Rise, make it High Rise. You know, don't add extra doors, don't add extra rooms, don't change up lines of sight. Bring us back the OG map. And it kind of sounds like they're doing that. Continuing on here, veteran players love these core 6v6 maps, and there's no better time to introduce a generation of new players to experience the community's favorite Modern Warfare content. Prepare for seminal design to meet modern gameplay. This faithful modernization of the maps keeps their authenticity intact while infusing the latest tech, gameplay, modes, content, and more. So by that, do they mean doors? Are we gonna have like double hinge doors again? Like, is that gonna be the latest technology in gameplay? I don't know. Though you may have noticed elements of Terminal and High Rise during your time in Al Mazrah, the Modern Warfare 3 versions of these maps are built from scratch from the original 2009 designs. So there you guys have it. All Modern Warfare 2 remakes, apparently they're all going to be faithful modernizations. They gave meticulous attention to the authenticity of the original maps. So here's hoping the maps are actually like they should be and they're not just scuffed around for one reason or another. We're gonna have all remakes at launch, no original maps at launch, although it is worth mentioning that Ground War and Invasion will be returning. There will be 3 Ground War maps at launch, along with 1 gigantic war map, which is going to mark the return of the war game mode that we saw back during Call of Duty World War II. I don't believe we have too much information about the Ground War maps themselves. They may be original, they may be different aspects of the campaign that were cut out and designed in the Ground War maps, they may be carries over from Modern Warfare 2. I don't know, but there's going to be 3 Ground War maps. You can play Ground War and Invasion if that's your vibe in Modern Warfare 2, but there's also going to be that 1 gigantic war map, and I assume every season or every couple of seasons they're going to be adding in more war maps and supporting that game mode, which is definitely nice to see. I enjoyed war back during Call of Duty World War II, and I'm happy to see it return here within Modern Warfare 3. Now, moving along from the maps here for a second, we all know that the Modern Warfare 2 weapons are going to be carrying over. Everything that we have here in the current Modern Warfare 2, your FAMAS, your your M4, your Lockman submachine gun, all that stuff is going to be carrying over. But unfortunately, we did not hear anything today about how many weapons are going to be within Modern Warfare 3. We did learn, however, that some Modern Warfare 2 attachments can be put on Modern Warfare 3 guns, and some Modern Warfare 3 attachments can be put on Modern Warfare 2 guns if it's applicable. So that's interesting. You're going to be able to take your attachments you have now and put them on some of the Modern Warfare 3 guns and vice versa, but we still also know that camos here in Modern Warfare 2 are only going to be available on Modern Warfare 2 guns. You're not going to be able to boot up Modern Warfare 3 on day one, you know, and put your Orion camo on the new Modern Warfare 3 weapon. Modern Warfare 3 guns are going to have their own progression, their own attachments, their own camos, their own mastery challenges, and things like that. So yeah, the attachments are going to be kind of mixed up and be able to jump in between games essentially, but when it actually comes to camos, they're going to be specific to the games that they released in. Now, Korea class here within Modern Warfare 3 is also going to be a lot different. Like the leaks have claimed before, there are going to be equipment perks within Modern Warfare 3, such as tactical vests, gloves, boots, and things like that. And one specific example they gave in their blog post is going to be the covert sneakers perk. So that's going to allow you to have silent movement, but you're going to have your shoes giving you the movement, so your shoes are going to be the perk. Like, imagine playing Search and Destroy, and I made fun of this on stream, but you're playing Search and Destroy, someone's running around, they're making all sorts of loud footsteps, you're yelling at your teammate, dude, did you not put your sneakers on? You run around in your goddamn boots, you gotta put your sneakers on when you're playing Search and Destroy. They're right there, put your damn sneakers on. Like, it's gonna be a thing, like, oh, you're not wearing the right tactical vest anymore? Like, you need the gloves. You cannot throw your grenade far without your special gloves. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, it's gonna be funny seeing how all of this is actually going to play out. But going back to the blog post here, right there where they talked about the covert sneakers, they talked about the return of classic gameplay, which gives even more confirmation of things that we've heard previously. In Modern Warfare 3, map voting is going to return. It will have a classic minimap. All perks are going to be available at the start of the match, unlike Modern Warfare 2, where you start off with 2 perks and then you get your 3rd perk partway through the match and you get your final perk even later in the match. No, that's all gone. You put perks on your class, you get your perks. Who would have thought? What a great system. Covert sneakers, like I said, are going to be the return of Dead Silence, and multiplayer health is going to be increased to 150 to lengthen the time to kill. And it wasn't mentioned here in the blog post, but it was later clarified on Twitter that headshot multipliers are also being decreased. So headshots aren't going to be as important, and everyone's going to have 150 base health. The entire point of that is to lengthen the time to kill and make gunfights actually feel like gunfights. That's pretty interesting. And they also announced a bunch today about the movement. Again, they're basically confirming all the leaks that we picked up on over the course of the past couple of days, but slide canceling is back, reload canceling is back, mantling is even faster than before. You can fire your weapon during and after sliding. Tac sprint duration has been increased, and tac sprint recharges while you sprint normally. And on top of all of that, they announced a new feature in the form of tac stance. So you have your tac sprint, now there's a tac stance, and this is a lot of text right here on your screen, but allow me just to basically summarize this as easily as possible. Basically what this is you can toggle your tac stance on or off while you're aiming down sights. Similar to how you can kind of change, like you have one of those sights in Modern Warfare 2 where it's like a red dot for 1 and then it's like an ACOG scope for 2, and then you can kind of like go back and forth between your sights. You can do that to go back and forth between tac stance. And what this does is it's going to allow you to have this new stance where your weapon will have the canted iron sight position by default, which is going to give you more mobility and more handling, but your weapon's not going to be as accurate. So you're moving faster, your gun handling is faster, your sprint out time is faster while you're in that stance, but your weapon is not going to be as accurate. They described it as somewhere in between actually aiming down sights and hip firing. It's like somewhere in the middle. There will be bloom on your weapon. It's not going to be as accurate, but you are moving around and having better weapon handling and sprint out times and things like that. So the idea, what they said in the blog post, was they want people to use this when like running into a tight corridor or a tight alley or a room or whatever, where maybe accuracy is not the best thing in the world, but movement is. That's the whole point of the stance. It kind of sounds like a gimmick, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna have to wait and see exactly how it's gonna play out. But there you guys have it. That's basically everything for the multiplayer here. Just to quickly recap, all the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps are returning, and they are going to be the only maps at launch, and then original maps are gonna be coming post-launch. They're basically taking everything Infinity Ward took away from us and giving it back. They're increasing the time to kill. They're trying to make the game more about gun skill as well as movement as compared to camping and hiding, which sounds fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, overall, based on all of this, I'm kind of two minds when it comes to the multiplayer. Part of me is going to acknowledge the fact that this does sound like more of an update. They're literally just fixing what was broken with Modern Warfare 2 and then adding all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps back to the game. That's pretty much what the multiplayer sounds like. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it sounds like. But at the same time, while I acknowledge that is the case, I'm okay with that because this game sounds fucking cool. Like, holy shit, this game sounds awesome, actually. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking, right? It's going to be cool to relive all the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps. For a lot of people that never played those maps back in the day, they're going to experience them for the very first time. Us old heads here are going to be able to relive those maps and really enjoy them, and then original maps are going to be coming post-launch. And mind you, it's not like we're going to have 10 of these remakes. We're having all 16. If you're someone who likes to grind on Shipment, of course, we're going to have Rust in this game. That's going to be coming back. Shipment will not be there. It might come as DLC, knowing how Call of Duty likes to do things nowadays. But in general, it sounds like we're going to be using mostly the same guns on OG original maps. There will be a new leveling system of some sort, which they've not gone into full detail with, and there's going to be new guns and new camos and new challenges and new things to grind for, a new create class system, new perk system. I admit, it does not quite sound like a full game. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like a full, revolutionary, brand new game. They're basically just giving us back everything they took away and remastering Modern Warfare 2 maps and letting us carry over our stuff from this current Modern Warfare 2 in terms of weapons and operators and bundles and shit. But something about all of that makes me feel like I'm going to really enjoy the game because the core gameplay itself sounds like it's going to be a lot better. Again, the mini-map working, map voting working. They didn't say anything about disbanding lobbies, but map voting is going to be there. The classic mini-map, Dead Silence is going to be back. Longer time to kill. All that sounds great. The big question for me is how much actual content will there be that will actually feel new for people that have been playing the franchise for a while? How many actual guns are going to be in the game that are not just carried over from Modern Warfare 2? How many original Modern Warfare 3 guns are there going to be? What are the attachments going to be like? How's this new perk system actually going to play out? We have a lot of questions right now, but overall, this sounds like a game I'm going to enjoy. I'll just straight up say it. I think I'm going to enjoy the game based on what we heard so far, but of course, we haven't even seen an official trailer yet in terms of the multiplayer. We saw the campaign trailer. We haven't even seen footage of the multiplayer. Some people, I think, are going to get flown out to play it early. I'm sure footage will eventually surface on YouTube. But right now, we're left with a lot of questions. And we do know that there will be an open beta. So that's where we're going to get our hands on it first. And I can't wait to see what this game is going to be like. Just to kind of wrap things up here really quickly, though, I don't usually talk about campaign stuff, but I will talk about zombies. A lot of people enjoy zombies. Zombies here within Modern Warfare 3 is indeed going to be handled by Treyarch. It, just like the leaks, is going to be open world, basically Outbreak 2.0, although it's going to be different. Like, you're going to be able to team up with more players than usual. I heard somebody say you can actually team up with 5 other friends, so you go into a zombies match with 6 buddies as compared to 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. That sounds interesting, but there's also going to be other squads on the map too, so you queue up for zombies. Maybe private matches will be a thing, but if you queue up online, then you're being queued up with other players, and they're going to be in their own squads doing their own objectives, and all of you guys are going to be working together to figure out all these mysteries and take on these big boss zombies and things like that. I don't know. I want round-based zombies. That's what I want. Like, if they're bringing back all the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps, why not bring back, like, all the freaking Black Ops 1 Zombies maps or something like that? Like, do a Zombies Chronicles for this game, for the Zombies mode. They didn't mention if there was going to be cross-progression between zombies and multiplayer. I'm hoping that I can go to zombies and level up my multiplayer weapons if I want to. That sounds interesting, but they haven't really confirmed anything about that. All they really confirmed is Outbreak 2.0, more players on the map than usual. There will be other squads if you play online, and for some unknown reason, the most you can play the zombies map is going to be 60 minutes. So you have to exfil like you would in Outbreak, but if you want to go on for more than 60 minutes, the gas or the smoke or the whatever the hell is going to come in and just kill you and end the game. So at most, these zombies games are going to last 60 minutes. It seems like you're reinventing the wheel on a system that people already know and love. Just bring back round-based zombies. Look what Shionuma did back during Vanguard. People loved it, even though they knew Shionuma inside and out. They loved it because they could play round-based zombies, for crying out loud, you know? I don't know. We'll have to wait wait and see how this is going to play out. Zombies fans are not overly happy based on this news, but we're going to have to wait and see, and we're going to have to wait for more blog posts and trailers and things like that, of which I will always keep you guys up to date with as soon as we learn more, as more information comes out, as new trailers come out, as new footage comes out, anything, I will keep you guys up to date, so be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. But yeah, there you guys have it. The Shadow Siege event, pretty cool. We learned a lot about the multiplayer, none of which was actually reflected in game. It's mostly stuff we learned from blog posts and Sledgehammer and Call of Duty on Twitter, but there you go. I wanted to kind of just break all that down to one video for you guys, give you guys my thoughts and feelings, and yeah, as we learn more, I'll definitely keep you guys up to date. But for right now, that's it for this video here today. Thank you so much for listening. Leave your thoughts and feedback on all of this news, of which there was a ton, down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.